South Korea outraged over U.S. immigration raid on Hyundai LG factory. On Thursday, a large-scale immigration raid conducted by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (IC) at a Hyundai Motor LG car battery factory near Savannah, Georgia, led to the detention of approximately 475 workers, including over 300 South Korean nationals. The operation, described as the largest single-site enforcement action by IC, has sparked significant backlash in South Korea, with government officials and political leaders expressing concern and condemnation. South Korean government responds. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung has directed officials to make every effort to address the situation, emphasizing the need to protect the rights and interests of South Korean nationals and businesses operating in the United States. Foreign Minister Cho Hyun, speaking at an emergency meeting on Saturday, expressed deep concern over the arrests and announced the formation of a dedicated response team. According to South Korea's Yonhap news agency, Cho stated that a senior foreign ministry official might be dispatched to the site, and he himself is prepared to travel to Washington, D.C., for discussions with U.S. authorities if necessary. We are deeply concerned and feel a heavy sense of responsibility over the arrests of our nationals, Cho said, as reported by Yonhap. The factory, which is under construction to supply batteries for electric vehicles, was targeted as part of U.S. President Donald Trump's intensified immigration enforcement policies. Trump's remarks and icy justification. During a White House event on Friday, President Trump addressed the raid, referring to the detained workers as illegal aliens, and stating that IC was simply doing its job. ICE official Stephen Schrank defended the detentions, explaining that some workers had illegally crossed the U.S. border, while others held visas that did not permit employment or had overstayed their work visas. Political fallout in South Korea. The detentions have ignited strong reactions from South Korea's opposition People Power Party, PPP. PPP Chairman Jang Dong-hyok described the incident as a grave matter, with potential repercussions for Korean companies and communities in the U.S. Senior PPP spokesperson Park Sung-hoon criticized President Lee's pragmatic diplomacy with the U.S., arguing that it failed to safeguard South Korean citizens and businesses. Park highlighted that Lee's government had recently pledged at least $50 billion in investments during a meeting with Trump on August 25, 2025, only to face what he called a crackdown on South Korean workers. Corporate response. Hyundai Motor and LG Energy Solution, the companies involved in the factory, issued statements indicating they are closely monitoring the situation. Hyundai clarified that none of the detained workers were directly employed by the company, while LG Energy Solution committed to cooperating fully with authorities as it gathers further details. Broader context. South Korea, a major global player in automotive and electronics manufacturing, has invested heavily in the U.S. to access its market and navigate potential tariff threats from the Trump administration. The raid has raised concerns about the treatment of South Korean workers and the stability of these investments, which are critical to the country's economy, Asia's fourth largest. As tensions rise, the incident underscores the challenges of balancing economic cooperation with immigration policies, with South Korea's government and businesses now navigating the fallout of this unprecedented enforcement action.